So just as a refresher again, you have found all the Jedi Masters, and Kreia said any Jedi who remain are traveling to Dantooine to meet you for a last stand. You should meet them there at the ruins of the Jedi Enclave. So we're going back to Dantooine. That was the, I think the first planet that we went to after the tutorial area of the game, Paragus. So we haven't been back here since really finishing up the planet. We did come back here to get the Mandalorians to join Mandalore a couple sessions ago, but I mean, other than that, there wasn't anything new to do on the planet. So let's go back there and see what happens. Yeah. Okay. We are ready to go. Can we go back to Onderon? I'm just curious. If I go to the spaceport, will it let me go there? Due to the recent turmoil, Onderon officials have closed ISIS to all interplanetary traffic. Wait a minute, so do I have to... Can I go back there, though, or no? I guess I'll try it some other time. I don't need to try it right now. Because if I have to go back to Duxon and then use a shuttle to go to Onderon, maybe, but I don't want to try that right now. So let's go to Dantooine, let's go. Okay. Now the question is, who do I take with me? Could take Kreia. Then she said show up here. I'm taking Visas for sure. Visas is coming. Not so much Mandalore. We could take Handmaiden, Visas and Handmaiden along. I'll take Kreia, I guess. Okay. Let's go ahead to the Enclave, which I think... Is it quicker? Where's it quicker to get to? I think over here. It's quicker to go over this way. To the Enclave. So I wonder if we're gonna go down into the sub-levels area, or if we're actually gonna go into the Enclave, which is where we went in the first game, but it's blocked off currently in this one. Like there was no way to get in there. No idea. Enclave Courtyard. What do you sell? Oh wait, you're the one that sells stuff.
I heard you were responsible for driving the settlers off this rock. Thanks. Now we can salvage all we like free of Kunda's regulations and fees. I still got some Jedi junk left to sell. You buying?
Jedi junk? What do you got?
Oh, certainly. Take your time. Look through the pile.
Jedi junk. Okay, yeah, this is new. God damn, this is new. Matukai Adept Robe. Defense bonus. You can't, it doesn't look like you can upgrade it, but I'll take it. Because that's kind of unique. Dark Jedi Robe, pass. Jalshay Advisor Armor, I already have that. I think that's what I'm currently wearing. More lightsaber stuff. Bronze colored lightsaber? Yes. Blue, I'll buy it. Red, violet. Dun 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 dun. A new lens. Damn, this lady's shop is better than the other ones. The one on Nar Shaddaa. Well, maybe not, but lesser bolt detection, yeah. I'll buy a couple of these things, I guess. It's pretty good. Emitter, I need some sort of emitter or lens, maybe. Buy that. Okay. Thanks, lady. Okay. So, over here is the Enclave. So wait, are we going inside there now? Let's see. Let's see if the area is open. What? It's not destroyed anymore. Well, I mean, that main area, it's like rebuilt. Wait, who would spend the time to... Hey, it opened. So we are going over there. Oh my god. I'm very excited about this one. So when we first came here, this area was all open. You could see inside. Now it's closed. I wonder why. Like, who even rebuilt this? There can't be, like, tons of Jedi in here. There's no way, dude. Oh, man. This is sick, dude. Okay, we're going in. Rebuilt Jedi Enclave. Let's see. I can't wait to walk in here, dude.
It is different. It has been some time.
Oh, that tree's still there. Wow, it's all overgrown. I guess there was a bigger tree here, but it got destroyed. Yep, this was the room. It's the room where we first met the Jedi Council and the first Nezio Republic. With Bastila and everyone.
Is it as you expected?
Is it as I expected? You said all that is left of the Jedi will be here. There's no one here. Where are the Jedi?
Yes, and that is I, though I am not of them any longer.
Okay, so you're the last Jedi. But where's the Jedi Order and the rest of the Jedi?
Your actions have crippled the Order, perhaps destroyed them.
Yeah. But you said that there's still a Jedi or something. There are other Jedi left in the galaxy?
No. Perhaps it is difficult to say. For every Jedi slain, for every Sith slain, another rises. But the Order is wounded, yes.
I've had my revenge then. I have seen them broken at last.
Oh yes. Your hate has destroyed them. You should be proud of the blood you have spilled, the lives you have ended. But before enjoying this victory, there is something we must discuss first. I have done what I can to keep you from the Jedi and the Sith, but a critical moment approaches, and what you have done is not enough. Master Vrook, despite his faults, was right to come here. I had thought he might have recognized Dantooine for what it was, what had been done there. You are tied to places such as these, you know.
Vrook said that Dantooine was a dead world, that all the deaths there were screams felt in the Force. Too bad Vrook is now as dead as he was blind. As much as all life is connected, what do you mean? For once, speak plainly. I have no time for your riddles. I'm gonna say the first line. It probably doesn't matter what I say here, is that it all probably connects to one or two dialogues from Kreia. But Dantooine was a dead world, that all the deaths there were screams felt in the Force.
Yes, but Master Vrook was unwilling to see what other masters may have seen. That the echo of Dantooine he felt was inside you as well. They admitted it as much in the council chamber after your trial, though they did not understand what it meant at first. They assumed it was a threat that they felt. From one perspective, they were correct. As much as you can form connections to others, such connections exist on a galactic scale as well. That echo he described is not solely tied to Dantooine. Other planets that have suffered such destruction cast echoes as well.
Speak of other worlds such as Duxon and Onderon, like Qatar, like the war on Korriban. Speak of Telos and other graveyard worlds. Kavar, before his death, said he suspected the two were tied. He claimed by understanding what happened to me, the masters could understand the threat. Oh my god, I want to say that. I want to say all these things. Like Korriban, I want to say that. Kavar said that the emptiness that struck Qatar after its destruction, they felt inside me.
Kavar was wasted as a soldier. He was correct. Ah, and now the question. Do you believe it?
Yes, I have walked too much on war-torn worlds not to feel it.
Very well. When you accept the two are tied, then the final lessons can begin. Let us start with the most basic principle of the Force. It connects all life. It is possible to hurt or sever those connections, to create places in the Force where it is difficult to center oneself, but that is the crudest form of manipulation. It is possible to affect those connections in other ways, by the slightest action. A seemingly minor choice, a small cruelty, always just enough to create an echo of just the right distance and effect to change the behavior of another.
You're speaking of power, control through indirect action.
Such minor acts can eventually change the behavior of another, to influence them. Those who travel with you, for example. Surely you have noticed it in your companions. Your actions influence theirs. It may seem a minor thing, but it is not. It is the power upon which empires can be made.
I have noticed this. My actions do influence my companions.
Even the smallest of acts, the smallest of echoes can have profound repercussions. The talent comes in recognizing them and knowing how to manipulate them. This is why the smallest of cruelties, the smallest of kindness, may seem insignificant, but they are not. They can build upon each other, and if timed correctly, can grow. But there are other perspectives to this technique. The stronger your connection to life, to the Force, the stronger these echoes can be made, and the stronger they are felt. When heard, Force sensitives instinctively seek out the source, are drawn to it to try and form a connection. And when the connection is formed, both become stronger, and the influence between them grows.
Okay. Are they all Force sensitive?
Your companions, many are touched by the Force on some level, and in many ways they serve out of compulsion and because your connection influences them strongly. It was much like it was for you in the Mandalorian Wars, with many Jedi under your command. But this connection has other consequences. When the Source is wounded, the one on which others draw strength, then they are wounded as well. What one feels, the other feels. And when others die, the scream travels back to the Source.
Traveling back to me. Are you saying that's what I heard during the last battle against the Mandalorians?
If they occur at the same time, or at the right time, these screams will build upon each other until it is the only sound you can hear. And the deaths of many will cause the screams to build until their pain becomes yours, and you die as well. And that is why during the Mandalorian Wars, you lost your connection to the Force. It was that final battle, the deaths of so many Jedi, that caused you to lose your connection. It caused the wound that you feel now. It caused pain in the Force, an emptiness, a wound that has yet to heal.
Ah, wisdom. I gotta say that line. But I still hear their screams still. Wisdom. And if all things are connected, then that pain travels through the Force.
You were wasted among the Jedi, yes, you are correct. But it does not end there. If it did, then perhaps the threat that we face would be more manageable. This pain I describe, the echo of these acts, is true of planets as well. Tremendous loss of life on a planetary scale can also cast echoes, create a scream, a wound in the Force that can travel across the galaxy. It can be felt by Force sensitives, and it can influence them, whether they realize it or not. If enough of these echoes are allowed to build in the Force uncontrolled, the consequences could be disastrous. The connections of all life would be affected.
Vrook said that it was difficult to feel other Force users on Dantooine because of the destruction there.
Yes, in that he was correct. But like Vrook himself, that is incomplete in itself, and it only achieves meaning when part of a larger whole. As I have said, screams and their echoes can overlap, build in strength. And if timed correctly, they will build on each other. The scream will grow, and anything that can hear this scream shall be deafened or killed.
Are you insane? It seems incredible, but yet I believe you. How could anyone create, let alone control such a thing? Let's say that.
with difficulty. And controlling it, well, I do not believe such a thing is possible once it has begun. But in order for this to work, all of them must be timed correctly, must be carefully orchestrated and controlled, from the greatest to the smallest of echoes, even the ones that come from a lone exile echoing across the galaxy. And when that exile forms connections to others as you do, the danger becomes apparent. The echo continues to grow, to travel.
Are you saying I caused this? Kavar said I formed bonds easily, connections to all life.
Yes, he is correct. You form such bonds easily. The why of it is not important now. All that is important is that you understand that your actions affect others strongly. Anyone can do such things, since life is connected by the Force. Sometimes the connections are faint, but in your case, they are very strong. You instinctively know how to manipulate such connections, to influence others. You have seen it mirrored in those who travel with you. When you act, you cast echoes. Your intent is mirrored in others. Your bond, in many ways, is predatory, an expression of dominance. It is your right. But when you are wounded, all those you are connected to are wounded. You give others strength to act, but it is also possible to draw upon the strength of others to increase your own. It is similar to drawing upon the Force as Jedi do. But when it is touched by the power of the dark side, it is something else, something deadly. These Sith we face, they have learned how to do this. It is a technique that has been lost for some time, not seen in the days since the ancient Sith. They can use it to consume other Force sensitives, and at the highest pinnacle of power, use it to consume anything that lives. They draw upon the connections in the Force and devour it. That is why they are drawn to Jedi, why it is easy for them to find where they gather, because it is like the smell of blood to them, and they can draw upon the Jedi's own strength to kill them.
I wonder if this was what Revan went searching for. Because from the holocron of Bastila that we found, he went searching for a technique. This might have been it. But then that question is, well, obviously he didn't find the technique, so where is he? Because he's not the one using it, I don't think. You see, they sound unstoppable then? Is that why they were able to kill so many Jedi? So merely being around a Jedi, they can kill them with their presence.
Yes, because when a Jedi is deprived of the Force, he is only a thing of flesh and blood and easily slain.
That it is useless to fight them. They cannot be beaten by someone who can feel the Force.
No, for the pinnacle of this teaching is self-destructive, for its hunger keeps building and building until it has devoured everything, including the student. The blind seer. Her master has harnessed this technique, and he is rapidly approaching the height of its power. I fear he may even rival some of the ancient Sith. He is already more of a force than a living thing, a hole in the Force that threatens to draw everything into it. And the teaching must die with him, or else all life will be placed in jeopardy. The destruction of the Order, the Masters, it was not an end in itself. I did not expect them to still live. Their presence was knowledge I did not possess. But you have corrected that, and now the sides of this conflict are as I had thought them to be. There are no more unknowns. But this moment is all that really matters. It was never my wish that you find the Masters, only find yourself, although I did not expect them to still live. I had hoped you would learn something from the Jedi Masters as they fell before you. Not just of battle, but of yourself, and the Force.
So was Kreia's plan for me to get rid of all the other Jedis, so that way the Sith that is devouring all that power would have like basically nothing to eat, therefore he would be killed and have nothing to hunt down? What was I supposed to learn? Even now, as I am victorious, you still lecture me. I have learned strength and how to use it.
I must know if killing them, if revenge brought you any measure of satisfaction, if seeing them dead has settled the disquiet within you.
Did you want to see them dead too? Why do you wish to know? I will not rest until every Jedi lies dead. I'll say that, because that's still my character's goals, but I am curious as to why she wants to know. Maybe I'll say that.
Because it matters to me, in a way that never mattered to the Jedi, to the Council when they cast you out. You must understand, I did not wish the Jedi dead. Defeated, perhaps, but their presence in the Force held dangers. They may have been used to sustain the one that threatens us. I merely wished them to see that they and their teachings were wrong, that one could not truly understand the Force simply by adhering to the Jedi Code. All I have ever trained have been failures to them. Students who went to fight the Mandalorians, who fell to the dark side, who abandoned their training. To see one that had the strength to best them, that is a moment I will not forget. Yet it has not been as satisfying as I had hoped. To best one in battle is one thing. To defeat them without striking a blow, that was my hope. Regardless, it had to be done. To have such powerful Jedi still live, still be felt in the Force, even on such worlds as they had chosen, was a threat that had to be ended.
To the Sith? A threat to the Sith? What do you mean?
Let us return to my question. If by killing these Jedi, if you achieved any measure of peace...
Why do you wish to know? I already asked that. I will not rest until every Jedi lies dead. It has been satisfying, yes, but not all the Council who sentenced me are dead. No, for Atris still lives. Yes, but there are still other opponents. It is not enough to kill Jedi when the Sith remain. Such peace is not possible if the Sith still hunt me. Okay. Well, I know the Sith are a lingering threat. And I've completely thrown out the window that like they're evil and I need to take them out. Because right now, my character, because of the exilement, his number one goal is to find out why and to kill everyone that exiled me that day. That is the narrative that my character has developed over the course of the game. So that's the one I'm gonna go with. So it has been satisfying, but not all the Council who sentenced me are dead. I'm gonna say no, for Atris still lives. It's either 3 or 4 for me. It has been satisfying. I guess I'll say 3. 3.
It was as I thought. You have failed me. Completely and utterly. I have taught you to hear the Force again, shown you the contrast, and yet still you do not understand. This is what you have wrought. Countless murderers, slayers, assassins, born of war that has, as always, taught the wrong lesson. You showed them life without the Force, and instead of showing them truth, power, all you showed them was how the galaxy may die. You are responsible for all of this. Even now, events spiral towards destruction, and there is nothing that can be done because you refuse to listen, to understand. You have seen the effects you have on those close to you, heard the echoes scream across dead planets, and watched as your strength has grown. Yet it is for nothing. To have the Jedi Masters brought low by such a failure, there is no victory in that. You have not heard a thing I have taught, and for all I have said, you have never learned to listen.
Ooh.
Do you feel that, exile? It cuts through your defenses, as unprepared for such an attack as you are. Let that pain be a lesson and a reminder of what you have forgotten.
What are you trying to teach me?
Pain travels both ways along connections in the Force. It casts echoes, always. And one can learn to draw strength from such connections and take it from others. It is a lesson you know well, and you have taught to others at the end of the Mandalorian Wars.
You were my last hope. The only one who could change what is to come. And now you have left me nothing.
I can teach you no longer. The bond between our lives remain, but that is all. It is my last lesson to you. This place will hide you from the Sith for a time, enough to do what must be done. And as you lie here, I pray you will listen and finally awaken.
Handmaiden. Handmaiden
It
is my
done.
lover?
He is no more.
Come with me.